Good morning student, myself Anup Kumar and it is my fourth video of this chapter 7 factorization. And students, in previous class we have already discussed about that how to factorize any expression by using identity a square minus b square. And today we will discuss that how to factorize any expression by using another identity. Which identity we will use? We will see in the chapter. Okay. Now here you can see at first. What is to explain method of factorization when expression is a perfect square by using identity. Okay. It means if the expression is a perfect square, then we will use only this identity. If the expression is not the perfect square, then in this case we will not use this identity. Okay. And how to check that the given expression is a perfect square or not, let's see. Okay. Now at first, identity. Which identity we will use today? Here, a square plus 2ab plus b square, and which is equal to a plus b to the whole square. This identity we will use to find the factor of the expression. Okay students? Now let's see some methods that how to identify that the given expression is a perfect square or not, and how to express any expression in their factors. Okay students, now let's see step 1. Now at first what we will do, at first we will arrange the terms of expression in descending order of their exponent. Okay, and after that we will check that the first and the last term is a perfect square or not. It means we will arrange the terms of expression in descending order of their exponent. It means at first the highest degree, it means if it is x square, here you can see a square power 2. Okay, then power 1, power 0, like this we can arrange the terms of expression in descending order. And in step 2 we will check that the first and the last term is a perfect square or not. If first term and the last term is not the perfect square, in this case we will not use this identity. Okay, we will not see the middle term, we have to check only the first and the last term. Okay student, now step 3. After that, if first and the last term are the perfect square, then in case we will use this property if all the terms are positive sign. We have to see sign also. Okay. Now in step 4, then we will express this expression in the form of a plus b to the whole square. At first we will arrange this expression in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square, and then we can write the expression in a plus b to the whole square form. Okay student? Now let's see some question that how to solve by using this method. Let's see students. Now at first, here the first question is that we have to factorize x square plus 8x plus 16. Now at first we will check in step. You can see that at first we have to arrange the expression. Now here you can see x has power what? Here x has power 2 and here x has power 1. Here no variable, it means 0. So power 2, power 1 and power 0. Okay, it means power 2, then here power 1 and then here power 0. It means it is a descending order of their exponent. So it is already arranged. Okay, now if it is already arranged, then at first we will write the question. Okay, x square plus 8x plus 16. Okay, now after that we have to check that the first and the last term are the perfect square or not. Okay, now here you can see that x square, so we can write x as x to the whole square, okay, same as the last term is 16. 16 is the square of which number? 16 is the square of 4. Okay, so you can see that first and the last expression term both are the perfect square. It means we can use the identity a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so we can arrange it like that. Okay, it means x square. Do not see the middle term right now. At first we will change the first in perfect square, last in perfect square. Now we know that if it is based on the formula a square plus 2ab plus b square, so we don't see 8x. At first we will put the value 2ab in between it can be 2ab, then 2 here. A is what? X only. So here we will write x. Then b is 4. So we will write 4. Now multiply 2 into 4, 8 into x, 8x. Now here you can see it is matching. 8x here, 8x here, matching. It means it is in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay. So like this. Now a will be what? X, and b will be 4. It means we can arrange it in the form of a plus b to the whole square. It means we can write x plus 4 to the whole square. Now it is our answer. Simple. Okay. Now let's see another question. Okay. Now here 1 plus 4x plus 4x square. Now is it arranged or not? No. Let's see. At first here 1. If here is 1, it means we can say that power will be 0. Okay. Now 4x, it means power will be 1. Here x to the power 2, it means power is 2. It means it is in arranging order of their exponent. So at first we will arrange it. Okay. Now at first we will write the same question. Now we will arrange in next term. Now it is arranged. Power 2 will be first, then power 1, then power 0. Okay. Now again we will see that first and the last term are the perfect square or not. Okay. So first term here you can see 4x square. So at first 4x square. Okay. Now we know that x square is the square of x and 4 is the square of 2. It means we can write 4x square as 2x to the whole square, because in 4x square you can see that power is on x only. Power 2 is on x only, not on 4. So we will write whole power, then 4 is the square of 2, so it will be 2x to the whole square. Same as the last digit is 1. So we know that 1 is also the square of again 1. 1 is also the square of 1. Okay. So you can say that both are the perfect square. First and the last both are the perfect square. So at first we will arrange 2x to the whole square and 1 as 1 to the whole square. Now again we will not see the middle term 4x. Okay. Now we will arrange by using formula a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now 2, a will be 2x, 2x, b will be 1, 1. Now 2 into 2x into 1, it will be 4x. Now it is matching. It means it is in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square, all positive already given. Okay. So we can write it as the form of a plus b to the whole square. Now here a is 2x and b is 1. So we can write 2x plus 1 to the whole square. Okay. I hope that you all have understood, students. So let's see some more example. Now here you can see the question is 16m square plus 24m plus 9. Okay, students. Now, so at first we will see that it is arranged or not. Here power 2, here power 1 and here power 0. It means it is already arranged. Okay. Now at first we have to check that the first and the last term are the perfect square or not. Okay. So let's see. Now here 16m square. So we know that m square is the square of m. Okay. And 16 is the square of 4. So we can write 16m square as 4m to the whole square. Okay. Same as the last term is 9 and it is the square of 3. It means we can write 9 as 3 to the whole square. Okay, student. It means both first and the last term are the perfect square. Now, so at first we will write the question. Okay. It is already arranged. So we can arrange the first term as 4m to the whole square and the last term 3 to the whole square. Now in between 2ab. So 2a will be 4m and b will be 3. So 2 into 4m into 3, it will be what? 24m. Matching it is. Okay. It means we can apply the formula a plus b to the whole square. It means here a is 4m and b is 3. So we can write 4m plus 3 to the whole square. Okay, students. So like this we can factorize. Now next question. Now here you can see that this time the first that it is arranged or not. Here you can see power 4. Here power 2 and 2. It means 2 plus 2 4. Again 4. Okay. And here last also 4. All have equal power. It means we can leave it as usual. Okay, if all have equal powers. Okay, now after that we will see that the first and the last term are the perfect square or not. Here you can see that 4 is the square of what? 2. Okay, now p4, p to the power 4. If we will separate power 4 as, if we can we write like that, p square to the whole square, multiple powers. So we can write 2p square to the whole square. Now here you can see 2 square, then 2 square will be 4, and p square to the square will be p4. It means 2p square is the perfect square. Okay, now last term 9q to the power 4. So we can write it again like 3q square to the whole square. Okay, so here we can see the value of a as 2p square and the value of b as 3q square. Okay, now so 2p square to the whole square and last term 3q square to the whole square. Here you can see that the value of a is 2p square and the value of b is 3q square. Now we will put the value 2ab. 2a will be 2p square, b will be 3q square. Multiply the constant term first. 2 2 ja 4, 3 ja 24. 2 2 ja 4, 3 ja 12. Matching, constant term matching. Now p square and q square, it is also matching. It means it is in the form of a plus b to the whole square. And here a value is 2p square and b value is 3q square. So we can write as 2p square plus 3q square to the whole square. Okay. Now let's see another question, students. Now here you can see that x square plus x plus 1 by 4. At first we will see that it is arranged or not. Here power 2, power 1, here power 0. Constant term, it means power 0. So it is already arranged. Okay. Now we have to see that first and the last term are the perfect square or not. Okay. First term is x square. It means it is the square of x. It is the square of x. Okay. And the last term is 1 by 4. Okay. 1 by 4, then at first see the numerator 1. 1 is the square of 1. Okay. Now 4 is the square of 2. So we can add 1 by 2 to the whole square. We can write 1 by 4 as 1 by 2 to the whole square. It means first and the last term both are the perfect square. It means again we can apply the formula. Okay. Now at first we will write the question again, and then we can express it as x to the whole square and the last term 1 by 2 to the whole square. Now in between 2ab, so 2 into x into 1 by 2 as b. Okay. Now after that, if you will see that if you will cut 2 and 2, then because 2 in numerator and 2 in denominator, then what is left? X. So it is matching again. Okay. Now so we can see that it is also in the form of a plus b to the whole square. So here a will be x and b will be what? 1 by 2. Okay. So we can write it as x plus 1 by 2 the whole square. Okay students, so I hope that you all have understood. Okay. Now let's see another question. Now this time 3x square plus 30x plus 75. Okay. Now at first it is arranged or not. Here x to the power 2, here x to the power 1, and here x to the power 0. It means all arranged. Now we have to see that first and the last term are the perfect square or not. X square is the square of x, but 3? No. 3 is not the perfect square. 75? Again, no. 75 is also not the perfect square. Then what will we do in this condition? Okay. So if first and the last term, listen carefully, if first and the last term are not the perfect square, then we will see that can we take any common in all these three terms. Okay. If we will because at first we will see that the lowest constant term is 3. Okay. So we can take out 3 common. So 3 we can take out from first term also. Now 30 is the multiple of 3? Yes, 30 is the multiple of 3. It means we can also take out 3 common from second term also. Now, last term 75. Now, 75 is the multiple of 3. Yes, 75 is also the multiple of 3. It means we can also take out the common 3 from this term. So, all together we can take out 3 as a common. Okay, at first we will write the question, then we will make 3 common. Okay, then if we will take out 3 common with first term, then 3 we will take out, then what is left? X square. Now 3 10s are 30, it means 3 will take out, then 10 will left. Now 3 25s are 75, so 25 will left here. Now after that leave that common. Now x square. Now we can get again one expression, x square plus 10x plus 25. Now this time you can see that first term is x square and the last term is 25. Now first term is the square of any natural number. Yes, x square is the square of x and 25 is the square of 5. It means we can say that we can apply the formula a square plus 2ab plus b square. We can, okay. So let's see. At first, here x square means x to the whole square plus at first last term 5 to the whole square. Now a as x and b as 5. So in between 2ab. So 2 into a will be x, b will be 5. 2 into 5, 10x. Now it is matching. It means it is in the form of a plus b to the whole square. So we can write a as x and b as 5, x plus 5 to the whole square. And 3 we will keep it out. So 3 into x plus 5 to the whole square. And this is the factor of this expression. I hope that you all have understood this question. Okay, student. So let's see another question. Now here we will see some another method. Now here you can see in previous some questions we have discussed about the identity a square plus 2ab plus b square. But here what is changed? Instead of plus 2ab it is minus 2ab. It is another identity. We have already discussed this identity in previous classes. So it will be a minus b to the whole square. Okay. Now after that let's see methods. Now step 1. Arrange the terms of expression in descending order of the exponent. Again same step. Step 2. Check that first and the last term is a perfect square or not. Again same step. Now step 3. If it is the perfect square, then we will express this expression in the form of a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, that step is little different, and we have to see that linear term should have negative sign. It means 2ab is the linear term, so it should be a negative sign. Then we will express the expression in the form of a square minus 2ab plus b square. And if any expression is in the form of this, then we will change the expression as a minus b to the whole square. Okay, so let's see some question here. Now again we have to check at first that it is arranged or not. Here power 2, power 1 and power 0. Okay. Now after that we have to see that first and the last term are the perfect square or not. Okay. So x square is the square of x. It means we can write x square as x to the whole square, and we can write 25 as 5 to the whole square. 5 to the whole square. Okay. First and the last term. So we can say that first and the last term both are the perfect square. It means we can arrange it as a square minus 2ab plus b square. So at first we will write the question. Okay. Then we will arrange it. Now in between 2ab, 2, a will be x and b will be 5. So 2 into x into 5 will be 10x. Again matching. So we can say that we can apply a minus b to the whole square formula. And here a will be x and b will be 5. So it will be x minus 5 to the whole square. Okay students. Now let's see last question. Now this time here you can see 4x square y square minus 12x yz plus 9z square. Okay. Now we have to see that it is in descending order of their exponent or not. Here you can see power 2, 2 plus 2, 4. Here 1, 2, 3, 3 and here power 2. It means you can see that it is in descending order of their exponent. Then in this case at first we will write the question. Okay. And then we have to see that first and the last term is the perfect square or not. So here you can see constant term 4. It means it is the square of 2. x square, it means it is the square of x. Now y square, it is the y square of y. So altogether we can say that we can write 4x square y square as 2xy to the whole square. Same as 9z square. So 9 is the square of 3 and z square is the square of z. So we can write 9z square as 3z to the whole square. So you can see that first and the last term is again square of a natural number. Okay. So we can say that we can write it as 2xy to the whole square and 3z to the whole square. And between we have to write 2ab. So 2a will be 2xy and b will be 3z. Multiply the constant term first. 2 2 is 4, 3 is 12 and xyz. So 12xyz. It is matching. It means we can apply the formula a minus b to the whole square. Okay, student? So we can say 2xy minus 3z to the whole square. Okay. So students, I hope that you all have understood. In next class, we will also discuss some another question. Okay, students? Thank you.